Hey friends, welcome back to Guitar Quackery Live. Guitar Quackery Live is the one and only live streaming guitar repair channel. You're watching it now. This is Dr. Williams, right? Doctor, what you doing? You see her lips moving, but you don't hear anything because she isn't mic'd. You want to say something? You don't want to say anything? Okay. All right. So here, what happened, doctor? Oh, there's a fly. Okay. We get mosquitoes here. You know, I saw a mosquito the other day. I killed it. So, yeah, it had to die. So what are we doing today? Something interesting. So, American Trilogy, American Headstock Repair Trilogy, right? So, American because, well, first, Headstock Repair because it's headstock repair, and American because they are American made. Let me show you. And by the way, I was explaining about this in the previous live stream. Dr. Williams and I were streaming just a few, like half hour, ago, and I lost sound because I was using this mic, this one, and she was using this mic. So this one works, and this one failed on me during the live stream, so I need to fix it. I know what's wrong with it. But I was explaining about this project, and here is the project. Here we have a Gibson Les Paul, a Gibson vintage, almost antique, Gibson mandolin, and the Heritage. So they are all American guitars. Well, that's not a guitar, but American-made instruments. So that's why I call it American Trilogy. Now, here we have the instruments. And here we have the headstocks. They're separated from each other. So normally, I would do a separate live stream for each one of them. Now let me show you a close-up like this. Here they are, right? Okay. Now, what's odd about, well, not odd, but the Heritage, right? So they are inspired by Gibson. And how do we know that they got it right? Well, their headstock breaks off in the exact same way that the Gibson headstock breaks off. So we know they got it right. I will not be doing actual glue-up jobs in this live stream. This is part one. So normally I would do a separate playlist for each one of them, but for whatever reason, you know, there's an old Chinese proverb that says, when it rains, it pours. Dr. Jeffrey Boyle's in the house. So when it rains, it pours. And today, it happens to be pouring. Look at that. Gibson headstock. That kind of Gibson, right? So, made by the same people that made Gibson. Well, back in the day. So, yeah, when it rains, it pours. So, I just thought, well, this is a great opportunity to do a trilogy. And I'm going to combine all of those, all three projects onto this one playlist. And that's it. So as you know, I think you do, I charge by the hour for the structural repairs. So all of these will also need setups, obviously. So I'll just charge for the setup, whatever else I need to do, but the headstock is going to be like charged by the hour, which is why I do the live streams. But I'm going to combine them all on this one playlist. Never been done before. So this is just the announcement of this, right? So let's start with the Gibson, you know, the oldest one. So here it is. The Gibson. It says the Gibson, yeah? And these two, I put them here. So this still has the tuners on. And here is the instrument. And here I have two more guitar cases. So it's hard to stand here. Maybe I should move them here. So we have the Gibson, and the Heritage. How nice. I am told that this is an $8,000 instrument. Here it is. Very valuable, but nasty break. So I haven't really looked at it closely yet. So I'm just going to do a quick assessment, evaluation. What is this for? What else is here? Okay. I don't know. We'll look at this later. Yeah, so we don't know how much work this instrument will need. I might need to live stream the whole thing, but I'm kind of curious if this has uneven frets. So let's check it out. This is high. Here we have a high fret. So it's going to need some fret work. I can see fall away here as I'm sighting down. Maybe I can show this from the side. So let me just move the camera. It's weird because I'm seeing chat messages, but it says that the viewer count is 0. I don't know. Maybe it's not updating. Okay, so it is a fine instrument. But we have a problem, right? So here we see the neck. And let me change focus. So you can see right there where I'm focusing now, there's a fall away, right? So this can read like a hump at the body joint, but it's just fall away starting from around here and then it goes down. So right here, right? And what are we looking at here? So this part from here to here is the fall away. So this is actually fine. But here we do have a few uneven frets. Another thing that we don't know at this point is if the nut needs to be fixed. And I don't know. It looks like a nylon nut. Doesn't look like bone. So let's just put it here. And this is what we see. Looks like nylon to me, right? All right. I mean, yeah, there are some gaps. Where are we? So the binding is coming off. So we'll repair that. It's missing something, right? It's missing the pick guard. I think there used to be a pick, or maybe not. I don't know. Okay. Now, what worries me is this. We have this end grain here. Let me show you. Okay. So this is end grain. And if any of it is crushed, it's going to be hard to put it together. Okay, and we'll need to remove whatever end grain is crushed. Okay, then obviously we have an end grain situation here. Yeah, so that's quite a nasty break. And the other thing that doesn't work well when we need to repair is that this was a glue joint to begin with, right? So now we have separation here. So we need to scrape off some of this glue. But that's going to create a gap. But this was... yeah, this was glued to this surface here. Okay, so now that's not going to be a strong bond from here to the opposite end of the maple thing, right? So we need to deal with that. And we kind of need to start fitting it together to see how it fits. I haven't tried it yet, but it's always a good idea to remove all the hardware. So that's what I should do first. So I already removed the tuning machines from these two, and now I got to remove the tuning machines from this one. It's a flat head screwdriver. Okay. Those are really nice tuning machines. I really like the knobs. Yeah, they're beautiful, actually. I'm going to show you a close-up. Okay. So, why don't I show you through the microscope? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this is hand carved or... Is that gold? I don't know. Brass probably, right? So I would say the little swirly things are definitely brass. This is probably also brass. Yeah, that's brass, not gold. Yeah, man, looks beautiful. So there's a worm drive and a pinion gear, which I want to show you. So those look like low ratio tuners. I don't know what the ratio is. We can find out. Yeah, so you see the wear and tear on the gears and on the worm drive. Well, they just don't make them like this anymore, right? So let me remove the other tuning machine thingy. So you always want to remove the hardware from a headstock before you even attempt to do a dry run or to see how it fits together, because you want to remove the weight. Now it's really lightweight. These ferrules aren't that heavy. Not worried about the weight now anymore. This is really lightweight. And now we can do a dry fit. So because we have this end grain fracture, we want to be extra careful. See, I don't know if I'm seeing here. I think I see some crushed end grain. And will I be able to focus? I think I need to raise the microscope, because otherwise it won't focus, okay? And I'll position it this way. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, I'm glad I looked, because this is exactly what we don't want to see, this crushed thing here and here. Okay, and we need to first remove that material, because if you try to put it together, right, it needs to fit exactly. So now imagine if there's something here, like here. So now it's going to crush this. So now you're crushing the other side. So you need to clean up first. Am I explaining this right? So Dr. Williams is polishing the frets. Oh, you're already, no, I'm sorry, buffing. You're almost done, right? Yeah. So this is what we want to do. This needs to come off. And this. Okay. And I'm going to use compressed air to blow it away. And I can see that there are some other particles that are moving. And I can see here there's something else here that I want to remove. Right there. See this? Yeah. And this. And this. Look at that. So this is a little particle that's moving right there. See, when I blow, it's moving, right? Where are we? Where's the blade? This thing. There it is, okay. We have a little thing here. Let's refocus. Look at this. This is crushed. And it's not providing any kind of structural reinforcement, nothing of that nature, right? And now we have this part here. Yeah, nothing. I blew some air and this fell off, but it didn't hit anything. Okay. Oh, wow, look at that. Well, friends, I got to show you this. So Dr. Williams finished all the, wow, look at this. You're going to have to show me how you did this, Doctor. Look at this, guys. Huh? Is this in focus? Okay. So you're going to remove the tape, or you're going to continue something, or? That's good. All right. Looks good. Okay, friends. So now I need to kind of do the same thing on the other side. And that's not easy because I cannot position the whole instrument. Here there's a fragment. You see this? So there's no way to fit this properly. So this is crushed. So this fell off. Okay. I'm going to remove all the fragments that are kind of severed from the main structure. And this is moving. You can see this, right? So this is a good example why you really can't have a flat fee for headstock repair, because you just never know. And here we have glue residue. I'm going to use a heat gun, not now, but when I do the work, to remove the glue. Okay. So I'm a little worried about this part over here. So in theory, yeah, as I was saying, in theory, this should fit like a glove, right? Because this came off of this. But sometimes things bend, and sometimes there's foreign particles, you know, that are kind of are in the way. So I think I cleaned up as best as I can. Now I'm just going to try to do very gently a dry fit. Okay. I got to try it at some point, right? So I'm pushing against my body. Of course, I need to talk to the owner. I want to know if anyone tried to do this already. So there's a small, tiny little step here I can feel. Okay, It's pretty smooth. And there's a little step here. Just the headstock veneer isn't all the way down here in this area. So I'll need to have a closer look at this. Let's see what's happening here. So this needs to be repaired separately. Let me see. I might need to trim this off. Okay, so I'll need to make a decision about this, but I'm gonna sleep on it. All right, so that's number one. Let me put it away, and let's look at one of the guitars. How does this work? All right. Okay, next one on the menu. So this was a appetizer. This could have been the main course. Okay, so I'm just gonna take, all right, this one, let's take the bigger one, is the main course of the heritage. So, so this is also a tricky fracture. I did look at this one. I'm just going to quickly show you. So the reason why I spent more time on this one is because I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. So, but I did look at this one, and I just want to show you, just to document it here. This is it. But as you can see, there are two fragments. One of the fragments is here that also came off, and one of the fragments is here. So I was already dry fitting this together. So there's some end grain here that's holding it together. You see that? Okay. And the same thing here. Right? So I'm not going to remove it. I just, not now. I mean, I will have to remove both of them, but it fits like this. We have this plate that's going to be used during the glue up procedure. And on this one, we're going to try to do a good cosmetic repair as well. All right, so that's the main course. And now dessert is the little Les Paul guitar, which is right here. So this customer brought this without an appointment because he didn't know that he needed one, which is fine. I'm just saying. So this also has a tricky detail, which is right here. So the headstock veneer here is delaminated. Okay. I think you can see that this is moving. Okay. So we need to get some glue inside here and clamp it, and let's hope that the glue penetrates all the way so that we don't get this ugly bubble kind of situation. Other than that, it's a clean break, right? So once we put it together, which I'm not going to do now, we're going to clamp it like this, right? So this is going to ensure that this surface is on the same plane as this surface, that it continues in one straight plane, right? So this is it. This is the Gibson Les Paul. How can you tell it's a Gibson? Well, you can tell. Even without the headstock, you can tell it's a Gibson. All right. Okay, friends. So this was part 1 of this series. It's going to be an interesting series. It's its own playlist. American Trilogy. The heritage. Okay. We can see they got it right. Breaks in the same way as the... Yeah. Okay. That's it. I'm going to wrap it up. There's going to be another live stream tonight. It's going to be the telly. Dr. Williams is trying to tell me something, but we're not going to talk about it right now. Yeah. Okay, nothing. Okay. Searching for tone says because it has a broken headstock. Well, they got it right because it breaks in the exact same way as the brand that they're trying to copy. So, and that's the brand they're copying, right? Okay, friends, I am going to let you go because I have to. I got a lot of work. And keep an eye out for the announcement. I was talking about this piece of equipment here, which I don't want to show you yet. You can see that it exists. And it's going to be a good thing for you, actually, the viewers. Okay. All right. My friends, I got to go, and I will be back in an hour or so. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.